Good evening, YouTubers, especially those of you who are watching and subscribing to Sub Analysis Mark Suba. I try to speak in English so I can practice myself, especially now. And I will talk about the NBA, the number one league. Now, the NBA bubble, the first ever NBA bubble is finished. And of course, Los Angeles Lakers are the champion. In other leagues, it's also Los Angeles who won the championship. So it's like the city of Los Angeles has two champions for this season. So right now, definitely Lakers is the team to beat next year with LeBron James and Davis. These are the best formula right now. You have the top two players in the world, or the two of the three or two of the five, and definitely you're safe. And with their role players accepting their roles, and with their head coach very good, definitely they're really a team to beat. Of course, they want to get Chris Paul, Bradley Beal, and other veteran players, or want to have like the minimum salary just to have a chance for the championship and to get the ring. Definitely, Lakers will be the team that most veterans want to go. However, there are also issues where some of the players want out or some of the players are so up there, like Rajon Rondo. It's been in the news that the Clippers want Rajon Rondo. Imagine Rondo and Beverly in one team. Wow. And then um, Cantavius Caldwell Pope is one of the vital factor why they won. It's being sought also by other teams. Kuzma is also being considered. The other one I forgot his name, Caruso. This one, I think he's a likable player in any team that he would go. He's a role player to a T, yeah. And then there's also news about Howard, Dwight Howard going to GSW. Let's see. Now, in the West, Lakers will compete with formidable teams as well. There is Denver. Of course, Denver, these are the comeback kids, twice or consecutive down 3-1 and they won the series. Whereas the Utah Jazz and the LA Clippers. And I think they will do better next year, especially with the experience they have. And also, can never discount the Rockets. Of course, Mike D'Antoni is out, but they have a new coach. He's assistant from Dallas Mavericks, and he's good. I read about his credentials. And then also, Portland will also be there. Can never discount Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, and then Utah Jazz. Of course, they learned their lesson. Unless it's time for Rudy Gobert and the other one, their star player. And there's actually a news about Jordan Clarkson being um, sold by LA Lakers as well. So we can have a Filipino champion again with Clarkson and Lakers. And then of course, um, New Orleans Pelicans, they have Zion Williamson. They have a new coach. Not so big news. And then we go to the East. Of course, there's still Miami Heat. With the players they had, with the free agents and rookies they had, they were able to assemble a very competitive team led by their coach Eric Spoelstra. So definitely next year, have you heard about the interview with the manager of Miami Heat? And he said the champion Lakers would have an asterisk because he's talking about the injury of the key players of Miami Heat. So definitely they will fight. And with Jimmy Butler, there's an interview with Jimmy Butler that he wanted the next season to start tomorrow. That's how competitive he is. And then also Milwaukee Bucks, they haven't get any player. They also want CP3, but I think they are already preparing when Giannis leaves them. Because it's like it's okay for Giannis to leave and not to trade him at all. So let's see. Of course, Giannis wants to play better, proving that he can be a three-time MVP. But I think Giannis wants to be the king of the East, Eastern Conference champion, and then go to the finals. And then also I forgot from the West. This is one of my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks. They're actually looking for a third guy. Kristaps Porzingis, Luka Doncic, and another one. Let's see if they will be able to have their own big three. And then San Antonio Spurs. Let's see how good. This might be the last season of Coach. I forgot his name. Sorry, he's very popular. Um, there are actually 30 teams, but not all teams will have a chance. In the East, there's Toronto. This is one of my favorite teams. Nick Nurse is my favorite coach right now. I like him more than Eric Spoelstra actually. And the New York Knicks with their new coach, the Harvard guy. Yeah. Let's see. They said that the season will start on December 22, so the NBA draft will be this coming November. But there are some players who want it to be later in January. The reason why they want to start on December 22 so the NBA players can join the Olympics in Japan. Because Olympics is like a big deal for NBA and the USA. They can afford to lose the FIBA World Championship to other countries, but Olympics, they don't want to lose it. And without NBA players, they can definitely lose it to other countries. So NBA is very good. The bubble is very successful, uncomparable. PBA likes to do it, but there's some failures on that. And the NBA, even though it's off season, the news about the trades, rumors, it's everywhere. It's in every sports headlines. That's what a basketball league should be. It's their marketing. Oh, I forgot. Speaking of marketing, it's been reported that NBA can't have Houston Rockets games televised in China, and Daryl Morey, the reason why China hate Rockets, because he has said in the past about China issue, is now the general manager or the basketball operations director of the Philadelphia 76ers. And the 76ers have a new coach, the former coach of the LA Clippers. So, definitely, and speaking of head coaches, it's not about head coaches only. Look at the Brooklyn Nets. They have Steve Nash as the head coach, and they have Mike D'Antoni as assistant, um, Udoka assistant. Those can be head coaches, but they will be assistant. And then for Clippers, they have Chauncey Billups as assistant, Craig from Miami as assistant. Those can be head coaches as well. So definitely, it's not about head coaches only, but also their staff, their assistant coaches. Definitely, still the formula is to put together best players like what Lakers do. LBJ and Davis. Who will be the next MVP? I want Luka to be the MVP, but LBJ is still in his prime. And I think he wants that MVP, which he thinks he is deserving this past season. So he could actually be the regular and the finals MVP. And Giannis wants the third MVP. He will do everything to get MVP and championship as well. So let's see. Damian Lillard is also good. And for rookies, there's exciting Israeli aspirant, Abdiha, sound like that. He's actually being named as the next Luka. Let's see. High expectation. And then, of course, NBA will not be a bubble anymore. They will have their home and away games. Toronto will not be playing in Canada because cannot travel Canada to US. So they're looking for a state in US that they can play their home game. It's exciting. It's like back to normal. Basketball never stops in NBA, and hope every players are healthy. Players can play in the Olympics. Let's see. And I hope Kai Soto can be an NBA player in the future. Maybe next year. Maybe the next 2 years. This is Mark Suba reporting for NBA Update. Keep on watching, keep on subscribing, and you can share it as well. Sub-analysis, Mark Suba. Signing off.